1990, and Godzilla was doing phenomenal at the box office in Japan with his latest hit, Godzilla vs. Biollante. However, we here in America got something a little different. Godzilla Game Boy. And it's not like, this was a very bad localization or anything. No, we got this game first. Tell me what you think of when you see this title screen. I imagine a fighting game. It's all my favorite Godzilla monsters. And what's even worse is that they have these images that only more convince me that this could be a fighting game. Godzilla. Baragon. Mecha Godzilla. Hedorah. Anguirus. Rodan. And even King Ghidorah. But instead, what we got was this. Godzilla looks like one of those Tamagotchi characters that belongs in a digital pet. I was misled. America has betrayed me. They have ruined the Godzilla name. Now, you saw those arrows, I trust. Well, believe it or not, this game has over 64 levels, and each arrow corresponds to a different way that you can go. If you can survive and stand through this game long enough. Now, it's interesting to note that as shitty as this game is, it has a surprisingly catchy soundtrack, take that as you will. However, the soundtrack does not make up for this shitty gameplay. Yeah, can you tell which one of those is which monster? Well, let's see. There's Rodan, there's Hedorah, there's Mechagodzilla, there's Baragon, and there's Anguirus. Yeah, they look a lot like the freaking pictures we saw in the intro, don't they? Basically, the objective of the game is to go around and punch boulders and punch them up against walls and break them. And your reward for completing this pile of shit, if you can get far enough into it, is you get to see Godzilla's darling son, Minilla. That's your only reward at the end of the game. That's it. All you get to see is Minya. Or Minilla. So, it's really not worth it to play through this game in 64 levels of pure torture. Just don't do it. You can climb on vines, push rocks down, they will fall. The game immediately tricks you on this level by thinking that maybe you should push this boulder down, but don't do that. You'll push this boulder down. And then you push this boulder down. You see how that works? And then you push that boulder there, and then you push that boulder there, and that's how you do it. Rather simplistic. Wouldn't you say? Now, it's interesting to note that the Japanese version is slightly different. Would you believe it's actually a better game? First of all, you can tell that this this title here does not mislead me, into believing that this game could actually be good. Like a fighter with all my favorite Godzilla characters. No, it immediately tells you that Godzilla's gonna be cute, he's gonna wear an outfit, and he's gonna be kind of in a puzzle game. That's the only thing you really can assume with the chibi Godzilla. I suppose. This is Godzilla-kun. It's interesting to also note that this game had the option to play as 2 players. Oh yeah. The monsters look different. Godzilla moves faster. He wears a cute little outfit. The game does not try to mislead you into believing that this is going to be something else entirely. It's also interesting to note that Hedorah can actually be killed in this version. Because for some reason, in America, they portrayed Hedorah as being absolutely unkillable. Now that you know of those Godzilla Game Boy games, let me introduce you to one that you may not know of. This is Kaiju o Godzilla. Or King of the Monsters Godzilla. This is the Game Boy game we should have got. Just watch. See it? You destroy things with atomic breath. You have a punch option. Why couldn't we get this game? Why did we get the freaking puzzle game that looks like this game? With its title screen and characters. It just astounds me. It absolutely astounds me how we didn't get this game, but Japan did. America. Why? Why?